a lovely video for you today. So I'm going to do kind of a quilt inspired layout for you, but I don't have an inspiration piece because I am totally just working off the cuff here. So I've collected together some gorgeous products from Ink Road Stamps and Paige Evans Pick Me Up. I have some beautiful sequins. The sequins I'm showing you here are not the ones I end up using. And I'm going to start with all of these scraps of paper. So I have so many scraps of paper from Pick Me Up, and I wanted to use them all. I wanted to just use up this collection of scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch as many hexagons from all of these scrap papers as I possibly can. And then off camera, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to heat emboss this stamp, and I also fussy cut some flowers. So why did I do this off camera? Let me tell you. I did it off camera because, number one, I cannot get my heat gun to reach in such a way that I am able to heat emboss on my table. And I'm also worried about heat embossing on my table. I'm afraid that I would melt my table. Because you know what? Honest to goodness, me and embossing powders should not be left alone together. We really, really shouldn't. And then it took me like 40 minutes to heat emboss that one little phrase up at the top. Isn't that ridiculous? Oh, I'm terrible at this. And then the stamping and the flowers and fussy cutting them, I really just did them while I was watching TV. And they were kind of just hanging out. So that was how they ended up not getting filmed. Anyway, that's not the point though. These gorgeous stamps are from Ink Road Stamps. I was just recently asked to join their influencers team. So I just got a couple of their stamps from her shop, and they are stunningly beautiful stamps, and I love them. I've had so much fun playing with them. So you'll be seeing them a little bit more, and probably a little bit more on camera in future projects. So what I'm doing here is I am just showing you how I'm setting up these hexagons. I totally start at the bottom and work my way up. This is a great use for a punch. If you have a punch that kind of just fits into each other, this is a fabulous use for those punches. Any kind of shape where they can kind of fit in together. If you have a triangle shape or a square or anything. And I was just having fun, and so I decided when this layout was all finished, I was like, it totally looks like a quilt. We're going to do this as a Quilters vibe video, right? So yeah, so I'm using some great stamps from Ink Road Stamps. I will link up the link below, and I also have a coupon code that you can use to get a discount on your stamps. So I will post both of those below. This is a shopping video, guys. It's a shopping video because I'm also using some sequins from Spiegelmom scraps because I love sequins and I love Spiegelmom scraps. And yesterday it was announced that I'm going to be continuing on with the Spiegelmom scraps design team. The owner of Spiegelmom scraps, Jody, this will be my 3rd year designing for her, and I love her. There's no other words. I love her. She's super fun to work with. She makes the best sequin mixes, and I have so much fun playing with them. So if you go to the Spiegelmom Scraps shop, what I'm doing here is I'm just looking for a 6x6 paper pad to map my photo with. If you go to the Spiegelmom Scraps shop, there is a sequin mix called Tropical Breeze that matches Paige Evans' Pick Me Up collection absolutely perfectly. Unfortunately, I don't have that sequin mix just yet. So I went through my sequin stash and I found Water Lilies, which is currently sold out in the shop. But if it's sold out in the shop, that means that maybe a bunch of you have it in your stash, so you can pull it out and use it with Paige Evans' Pick Me Up collection, and it works great with it. I don't know that it would work with all of the elements of the collection, but I was really pulling out just the pinks and the fuchsias, and then the navy blue. So I think I thought I was going to mat this photo twice, but when I matted it on the navy blue, I was kind of like, meh. So I'm going to pull it off here. And I'm just going to mat the photo right beside this adorable little heat embossed title and move on. So my title is heat embossed with Altenews Rose Gold in Altenews Rose Gold embossing powder. And oh, let's see, what else can we talk about? We talked about the sequins, we talked about the stamps, we talked about how all these fun little hexagons look like a quilt and they're super cute. When I put these hexagons on, I just made sure that I was separating the different colors out. And now I'm kind of adding some hexagons like around the photo. I wanted the top of the page to look kind of loosey-goosey, and there's my crazy head, sorry about that. And I wanted it to look like the hexagons kind of flew off. Ever since I did that Traveler's Notebook with the Dear Lizzie Stay Colorful stuff, I've been like obsessed with repeating shapes and then having them like fly off at the end. I don't know how else to describe it. But I think this turned out so pretty, you guys. I think it just turned out fabulous. I love it. And I really think like while I don't have like a quilt inspiration to show you today, I think it's really cute. Also, we're going to have some lovely, awesome, amazing changes to the Quilters Vibe video series. I usually have just been doing it by myself when I feel like it, but I found another YouTuber that I think will be awesome and amazing with quilting videos. And so starting the end of May, she's going to join me in my series, and it looks like it's going to be more like you can count on it being at a certain time kind of thing, as opposed to what it is now, which is whenever I feel like it. Right? Okay. So more scheduled, maybe? I don't know. I don't think of myself as a scheduled YouTuber. Maybe, but just depends on my mood. So I have found after doing YouTube videos for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and being on design teams, like this is my 3rd year with Spiegelmom Scraps, so I've been designing for companies for 3 years now. She was my very first. Oh, wait, I'm sorry, I have to tell you this, check this out. So I finished all of the little hexagon pieces, right, and I decided that I really wanted to try like popping just certain of these hexagons up to give them a little bit more dimension, and I had tons of hexagons left. So I'm just putting them color on color, and what's really cool about that is that when you look at the page like from the side, it doesn't look like it looks like the hexagons are really popped up because it's the same design on top as underneath, if that makes sense. And I love this. I love how this turned out. I think it turned out so cool. I don't know if you can see it really well just on the in the scrapbook layout, and I'm sorry my head's in the way because I'm trying to line up the hexagons just like perfectly, right? But yeah, isn't that so cool? I love that. I love that technique, and I'm thinking that as I go through the Quilters Vibes, more of these layouts, I'm gonna be doing stuff like, I might do something like this like more often, where just every so often you have that lovely like pop of dimension from a certain piece of the design kind of popped up. It turned out so cool. Anyway, back to what I was saying about YouTube videos. And design teams and all of that, I've come to the conclusion that I do my absolute best layouts when I'm just inspired to do them. So I have been loving these teams that I'm on, like with the ambassadors team with Click Kits, this influencers team with Ink Road Stamps, this idea of just being able to create content for you guys when I feel like I want to create content, and when the products speak to me, and when I have just the right photos, and I don't know, maybe that's because I kind of view this as an art. I don't know. Anyway, and I don't know where I went right now. I think I'm looking for my glazed pen, but I should have cut this out of the video, but now I'm rambling through it, so I might as well just stick with the plan. So yeah, I'm grabbing my glazed pen. This glazed pen is from Sakura, and it's a clear glazed pen. So what you do is you place it like over stuff, and it works really nice. But you'll see me use it in a second. First, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use all these little stamped images, and I'm going to create some fun little embellishment clusters. I'm so sorry that I'm rambling through this video today. I really am rambling through this video, and I don't necessarily mean to. I'm just rambling. So as I decide where my clusters are, where they're going to be, and things like that, I will tell you I colored these flowers with Tombow dual brush pens because those are my favorites. I love them. I took a class when I was at Creativation, so I actually know how to use them now. And I am slowly but surely building my repertoire, my coloring skills, and my choice of colors. So I'm just kind of thinking here, deciding if I know that this is where I want my clusters. I'm going to pop them up, make sure I like everything, and then I'm just going to adhere everything down. And I think on camera, I only made you watch me glue down the first set. So I apologize if my head and me and like you can see more of me than usual because my camera was kind of like off. It happens. This is not, you know what, it is what it is. Sometimes things work and sometimes the camera is accidentally crooked. Whatever. I'm going with it. It is what it is. I am by no means perfect, and I don't feel the need to be like super paranoid about stuff like that. It's there, and sometimes my fuzzy head is in the way, and yeah. It is what it is. If it bothers you, you can give me a thumbs down and move on. Which has been happening to me a lot lately. So I think I have like someone who just goes through and hits like thumbs down on all my videos. Oh well. Enjoy that. Moving on, then I am adding sequins. These are the water lily sequins, like I said, and they are sold out in the shop. But if you use them, if you have them in your stash, which you might because they're sold out, which means lots of people bought them, then you can go ahead and use them with your pick-me-up collection. And if you don't have them in your stash, but you have the pick-me-up collection and you want some super pretty sequins to match, check out the Tropical Breeze sequins that were just released yesterday in the shop, and you use my code to get 15% off your sequins. So what I did here was I doodled with a black pen. I wanted to give my butterfly a little bit of fun. I wanted to kind of do the little trail behind the butterfly, and I wanted to use my black pen. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just coloring in and creating like some thick parts and some thin parts and just giving that little doodle some fun. And then I'm going to go in with this glaze pen. So this is a clear glaze pen. It dries super shiny, and it reminds me kind of like, I don't know, it's almost like fast drying glossy accents in a pen, kind of. I mean, it's not a glue, like glossy accents you can use as a glue. It's not going to do that for you, but it gives you that shine. And I really like it. So I'm going to outline the trail behind the butterfly. I'm going to outline these fun little hexagons. These I stamped in black ink from that same stamp set from Ink Road Stamps. It's called the Chin Up Buttercup set. And then I'm also going to use it to like darken in the centers of my flowers and give the centers of my flowers some shine. And that is going to be the end of my layout. That's the last thing I'm going to do for this layout. I really love how this turned out. I love how it looks quilty, but it was easy. I love how fun the hexagons are. I love the ones that I popped up. This layout just really came together in my, the way it was in my head. So thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to head over to the Spiegelmom Scraps shop and check out some fun sequins. And I will leave my Ink Road link below as well if that interests you at all. And look at how gorgeous the sequins are. Have a fabulous day, and I will talk to you all again soon. And thank you for putting up with all my rambling. Bye!